Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. This is Friday Q&A Live, so we're going to be answering your questions today. But I was given some very interesting news this morning about why people are struggling so much and how to actually begin the process of ending it. But before we get into too much more, I want to announce that the winner of my free reading of my patrons, Lori Clark. You are the winner of this month's free reading with me. You'll receive an email shortly after the live event today on how to proceed and claim your free 1-hour reading with me. Again, I want to thank all my patrons for your ongoing support. I also want to remind my patrons we have our 7 at 7. That is on Sunday, this Sunday at 7 p.m. We're going to have our patrons only live event, and we're going to be dealing with Master Jesus's energy on liberation from your suffering, like liberation from your suffering. So that'll be this Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my patrons. So I hope you'll be there. You'll receive notification for that today. Also, I also have a question here that somebody submitted through my link tree. For those of you that are on my TikTok channel, in my bio, you'll see a link tree link. If you want your question to be prioritized, you can use the link tree and submit your question directly through the link provided there. On YouTube, if you have a question that's really important, priority for you to get answered, if I don't get to you, you can use the super chat feature, and I will prioritize those questions. So the question that came last night in the wee hours is from a gentleman by the name of Frederick. And he asked, good day, William. For some time, there are strong feelings of judgment coming up when, for example, I walk into a store. I have no idea why and have tried many ways to stop those judgmental thoughts. I want unity, not separation. How can I release myself from judgmental thoughts and live in love and acceptance? Thank you and much love, Frederick. Well, Frederick, thank you for your question. I really, really appreciate it. And what came to me first is to the cause and the reasons for this persistent thought that gets stimulated there is one, that you're a very high level empath. You're very sensitive to the emotions of people, especially when there's larger numbers of people around you. But the remediation for this, like the simple way to remediate this is to go into the stores, but as you're going in, when those judgmental thoughts come up, all you're going to do is turn your attention to the judgmental thoughts and the emotion. This is where it's most important. Turn your attention to the emotion that underlies the judgmental thoughts. And there's a specific set of words that you want to communicate to that judgmental emotion. And it's simply these words: you are innocent and I love you. Those words, and they must be thought or spoken in a tone of voice that is sincere. That is, you are innocent and I love you. And observe how the energy of the emotion, because it's the emotion that's driving the thought. So it's the emotional element that needs the correction, not the thoughts. The emotion is what drives those specific thoughts. So you want to use those specific phrases every time that judgment comes up. Don't get caught up in the thoughts. Connect to the emotion that's feeling guilty or whatever the emotion is for you, judged or afraid or anxious, whatever the emotion is for you, Frederick. Do that very specifically. You are innocent and I love you. And deeply go into it and observe how the energy, because it's what everybody wants to learn how to change in themselves, is the energy inside yourself. Emotion is what causes the thoughts and the behaviors that we all perform. If there's no emotion connected to something, it's unlikely we're going to do anything about it. But once you change the emotion to a pattern of thinking, then that pattern of thinking will be altered. These specific thoughts for you: you are innocent and I love you. Those specific thought structures create a very specific energy that will interact with the emotion that's driving the thoughts that are judgmental. Once the emotion shifts, you'll feel the thoughts will stop almost immediately. And please, Frederick, when you have a chance, send me a message again let me know how it went. You can do so. You can get through to me through my email on my website, and let us know how that goes, because other people need to know that what is being spoken here is from the ascended masters, and I get the blessing and privilege of being able to transmit this energy to everybody from them. And it's very important you understand that you are not a slave to your thoughts or emotions, but you've been trained into certain types of thinking and emotions by your environment, by your educational systems. And these things, of course, loan themselves to enslaving you to emotions that you by choice did not choose. Nobody would choose to be judged. Nobody would choose to think they are no good. Nobody would choose to think that they have no meaning or value. Those are acquired thoughts and emotions that you have gained from the environment. And it's very important you understand this so you can liberate yourself from the unnecessary suffering that various agencies around the world gain great benefit from. Many agencies, government-controlled agencies that gain great benefit from human fear and suffering. And that whole house of cards is about to come tumbling down, because once you realize that your emotions are not something that are beyond your control, and that your thoughts are not something beyond your control, once you learn how to interface with your body and mind differently than the environment has trained you to, you'll find freedom. You'll find freedom. So thank you for that question again, Frederick. I really appreciate it. And good morning, everybody. Decluttering Mama, hey there. Someone's asking on YouTube, any messages for me from my guides, please? Many thanks. Decluttering Mama. If you can get to a place where you can put your feet up and close your mind from the world, like the image I'm getting is like you're sitting back and you're sipping on some carrot juice, or you're sipping on some orange juice, and just relaxed and chilled. You're taking in the energy, the photons of the sun, and you're taking them in, and you are just relaxing, and you've let everything go from your mind, and you're allowing yourself to enjoy being in the present. They're telling me that you like to run around crazy. It's time to stop the runaround every day. Yes, I will. They want me to tell you to take time every day, like 5 to 15 minutes, where it's you time in the present moment. Quiet your mind, quiet your body, and just be in stillness. The illusion that's been presented by conventional systems of so-called education, that you have no authority over the thoughts in your mind or the emotions you're feeling, is bullshit. You have authority over your thoughts. You have authority over your emotions. You may need to learn how to assert that authority lovingly, because most authority in this world is not loving authority. Most authority in this world is controlling, manipulative, destructive, and harmful, taking advantage of people. Yes, I won't go into that too much, but they want you to make sure you take time every single day for yourself. This is like, that's how they're going to feel. They can relax because they really love you and they're concerned about you. So make that time for yourself every day, at least 15, where you're not allowing your mind to think or dwell on anything other than just being still in the moment for like 15 minutes, just being still. Yes, they're saying to me that it might take you a bit of time to retrain your mind to do this, but we're confident you'll be able to do this. I like that. Thank you so much, Decluttering Mama. Good morning, Drusilla. How are you doing? Drusilla's asking, what is the best way to help my granddaughter give up her pacifier? If you can get a hold, if you can get a hold of another pacifier for yourself and sit in front of her with it. Sit in front of it with your pacifier. Look her straight in the face. And then take your pacifier out and smile. And let her see you. Make certain she's watching you put it down. Slowly. And let your smile get bigger as you put it down. And then just rest in that. And watch her eyes. Because you're communicating a suggestion to her. Because children learn mostly from what they receive from the 5 6 senses. In fact, the environment influences children to function in very precise and specific ways. And although this is really well known, it's also being horrifically abused on this planet today, that people are being fed, children especially, being fed destructive and harmful concepts and information in the most evil and deceptive ways. And I won't get into that too much, but it is happening. And so, yeah, Drusilla, just take the pacifier, take yours out, like sit with her and let her see you that you've got it in your mouth, and then take it out and then smile. And smile right at her, like smile right at her, and let her see you putting it down. And then just leave it down. And then watch what she does. And then do it again. Wait about a minute and then do it again. Put it in, take it out, put it down. And each time you put it down, make the smile bigger. And just observe that. Do that a few times. That will begin to give her her subconscious mind the picture, and that her mind needs to receive that suggestion, because children between the ages of 0 and 5 do not understand language in the way that most of you understand language. Children between the ages of 0 and 5, they understand images. That is, they react and they respond more to the pictures in the heads of their parents, which is why a parent can see a little child standing by the edge of a table. They're just learning to stand on their feet, and they say to the child, "Don't touch that hot cup of tea." And the child looks at them and then goes for the cup of tea. And it's not that they're disobeying you as a parent. They've seen the picture you have in your mind of them touching the tea that you don't want them to touch, right? You're saying, don't touch that tea. You're sending them the image of them actually touching it. And the net result is they're reacting and responding to the image in your mind. So parents, what images you hold in your mind, be very careful, because your children receive telepathic images from all the people around them all the time. And it's very difficult for them at that point in awareness to discern what is true and what is false. They accept everything as a function of love, because that's how we all came into this world. But thank you for that question, Drusilla. It's a beautiful answer, and I want to thank the guardian angel for sharing that insight with us. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going through a life-changing moment. What do my guides have to say? Should I be moving? L Beach 78 on TikTok. I am going through a life-changing moment. The first thing that's coming to me is she needs to become excited about change, as if it is the reward of living, as if change is the reward of living. The anxiousness will dissipate if you understand what we are saying to you, that change is the reward of living. The movement that you can make, because you are somewhat indecisive right now, the move that you can make can prove extremely beneficial if you choose to go forward as if you are being rewarded by the changes that are being presented to you now. Wow, I like that. Thank you so much. Exactly. Exactly. So should kids consent to transition? This is a really powerful question, and I want to say thank you for asking it, because yes, I will. Just a moment. Sorry, I got my guardian angel John is stepping in, but I also want to, on a very personal level, I can say that, with my daughter, she pretended to be animals and different things when she was younger, and we supported it as a playful expression of her getting familiar with trying different ways of being. But we did not say that she had to stay as a cat, or she had to stay as a dog, or she had to stay as a mom or a dad. We let her evolve herself in many respects. Children do not understand information and language like you are understanding this right now. In fact, children react and respond, as they said to Drusilla a couple minutes ago. Children respond and react to the information we give them. So if you give them information, oh, maybe she should be a little girl, or she should be a little boy, or he should be a little girl. If you put that idea out to them, they're going to react and respond to that idea energetically. And they'll start to take on the characteristics that you're putting towards them. And yes, I will. So my guardian angel John is saying, it must be understood that the body that you incarnated in is for the experience of being in that reality. Many of you have incarnated in time and space from former lifetimes that were quite pleasurable and beautiful and magnificent, and you wish to try and recreate them in this new life and deny yourself the experience that you came here to create. What benefit would it be to you to simply try to recreate what was before now? It is of no benefit. The benefit of being in the life you are, to embrace it fully, lovingly, compassionately, excitedly, devotedly, will loan itself to greater reward than you can imagine. But we do understand that many of you are taking past lives and trying to recreate them in your present life, which is why it's so confusing. You cannot resurrect what was before into now. This function that you speak of, this consciousness of transitioning, you already have transitioned. All of you have transitioned from one lifetime into another, and into another, and into another. And yet you would seek to avoid experiencing what you have now because you are afraid and do not understand the new life you are in. Oh yes, there are those of you that were very wealthy and powerful who are now very poor and destitute, and you do not wish to experience that. And then there are those of you that were very poor and destitute, and now you're very wealthy and powerful. And there were those of you that were beautiful mothers and fathers in other lifetimes, and you've come into a different body. It can be very confusing, as so many different timelines are intersecting simultaneously at this time. But you must learn to love, honor, and cherish and appreciate the divine instrument that you have. You must understand how to sift through the information that's being provided to your senses, that which is true from which that is false. You must learn to do this. It must be a deliberate and conscious function to simply accept what you have been told by the environment may be detrimental in terms of creating greater conflict within you. You must understand that the information you receive from your environment could be in contradiction to who and what you truly are as a sentient being. The body that you are in is yours. It has very specific and precise functions that are unique to it. That the body that you're in is very unique and distinct. It is a one of a kind that will never be repeated in all of creation again. And would you dare to be grateful and love and appreciate the gift that you have been given? Or would you choose to do something else? Wow. Thank you. It's a very sensitive subject. And on a personal level, I want to say, I went through a very difficult time in my younger years where I was very confused about who I was as a male. I'd gone through 7 years of very, very difficult abuse at the hands of a stepfather. So it was sexual, it was emotional, it was physical, very aggressive, very violent. And it confused me. And I went through a process of gradually recognizing that what was happening around me did not define me. It took a long time. And let me personally save you guys some time. You're not who the world is telling you you are. But you don't know who you are if you define yourself strictly by your biology. If you define yourself strictly by your biology rather than your consciousness, you will not be able to enjoy your life the way you're capable of enjoying it. You will not be able to create what you're here to create if you do not fully appreciate what you are as a spiritual entity. I'll leave that at that. Thank you. That was my personal opinion. Got a question from Kadamu. What is causing the pressure in my head? Dizziness, confusion, and memory loss as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for asking this question, because there's a process happening on our planet right now. It started about 150 years ago with this an event that they call the Carrington event, which was a massive electromagnetic discharge of energy from our sun that impacted the planet and has set in motion what we call the Ascension process, where all life on this planet is being genetically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally affected and altered. The nature of this energy is that you can integrate it consciously and deliberately through meditation, through proper eating, through proper exercise, through proper hydration. Or you can experience the effects of it through what most people are, through unconsciousness and bad eating and neglect. These ascension energies are intensifying. Even now we are experiencing increased energies coming into not just this planet from our sun, but into this solar system. These energies alter and restructure DNA. They do. As equally as humans can restructure and alter DNA in the scientific laboratories, you must understand that this process of ascension loans itself to symptoms. A process of integration needs to be understood. And for you, the process of integration would most definitely be supported through the function of what we call meditation, or communing in authority in stillness, to bring your mind, to bring your body, to bring your energy into the present moment. You will find there is an integration that can happen there, but many of you have minds and ideas and beliefs in your mind that also interact with these energies that are coming in. Your beliefs, your emotions, your memories, they interact and they alter this energy in terms of how it will affect you. And some of these symptoms we know quite universal, the symptoms of headaches and ringing in the ears, that has become quite prevalent, and some would say that it is technologically based, and we would not disagree with you completely on that, but we would also say to you that you have much greater authority over your own frequency than you realize. So right now, for you specifically, you may choose to place a hand over your heart center, to breathe slowly and deeply, to relax your body. As you exhale, you relax your body as you exhale. And as you do, you turn to the symptoms and you simply communicate the vibration. If you understand that thought is vibration, you will understand that the vibration, I love you, affects and alters thought, emotion, and matter in very specific ways. So to feel those symptoms, and as you breathe, it's I love you, to transmit that thought and the energy of that thought, you will feel an immediate shift or a change in the symptomology you're describing, as the function of love will reorganize energy very differently than the function of fear. If you are concerned and frightful and fretful, then the energy being integrated will come through the matrix of that template of thought and emotion that's generated by that thought. In the function of the vibrational energy of love, the thought, I love you, organizes matter very differently and energy very differently. It is a different matrix than your fear. If you understand this, then you will find amelioration. Your dizziness and your uncertainty will begin to clear. The function of your breath is very valuable here. The function of your breath is very valuable here, and in conjunction with the thought forms that you would choose to bring into your mind, for you can change your thoughts as a function of your will. But please do this right now. Turn your attention to your dizziness. Turn your attention to it. Feel it. Hand on the heart center. Breathe. And I love you. To the symptom. To the symptom, you offer that vibration of love. That vibration of love organizes energy and will alter the symptom. You will experience this, and please share this with others when you experience this change. One of the things that we were very specific and explicit about doing when we communed with this one was that we would bring the simplest form of the truth to people, that any of you could understand it at its most simplistic level, so that you can apply it immediately, not having to delve into hours of study of books and reading, but to understand that you have it in your own consciousness to fabricate new energy by altering and changing thought, which in turn will alter and change the function of your body, the function of your emotion. And the simpler the function, the more obvious the effect for you. So keep it simple, as we like to say. Thank you so much for that question. I'm always fighting. Hang on. I'm always fighting, but success seems to be late. I'm going up What's wrong with me? Okay, first of all, there is nothing wrong with you. That is the first thing you need to understand. There is nothing wrong with any of you. Allow yourself to consider that thought. Unless, of course, you want to gain some form of comfort by suffering, then there are many of you on the planet that are doing so, looking to get together and join on your suffering, which simply increases it. It does not diminish it at the end of the day. But there is nothing wrong with you. To consider that possibility. What you might perceive as wrong may be the confusion that results in your mind from the ideas and beliefs and ideologies that you have been bombarded with from the time of your birth on this physical dimension. That many of you are bombarded by thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that you have had very little time to assess or evaluate on your own to feel the truth of a vibration. That there are some fundamental ideas that are good for you vibrationally, that the vibration of the thought, there is nothing wrong with you, is very different than the vibration of thought, there's something wrong with you. They are very different vibrations. Can you feel the difference? There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Feel the vibration of thought. It's important you become sensitive, and you are all capable of being sensitive, which is part of the excitement and part of the difficulty, that you are sensitive to the vibration of thoughts, all of you. And so it's important to pay attention when someone speaks to you. What is the vibration of the thought that they are offering you? To pay close. What is the vibration of the thoughts that have been placed in your mind from your world? And do these thoughts elevate you up? So the thought, there is nothing wrong with you, is a very important consideration, to consider not just the thought itself, but the vibration. And then if there is nothing wrong with you and you begin to feel the vibration, there is nothing wrong with me, you begin to feel that vibration, you start to shift your energy. And you may have thoughts and ideas that will try to convince you that there is something wrong with you, because you've been told that if you feel a certain way, then that is something you cannot change. But we can assure you, you can change any emotional energy in your body if you understand your creative capabilities as a sentient being, that you can select and choose thoughts deliberately. You can edit and delete thoughts from your mind very specifically and intentionally. So there's nothing wrong with you. That is your starting point, to remember that truth, to feel the vibration of that truth. The truth about who and what each of you is the function that you are love. That is your true nature. That is what you came into this world as a function of love. Everything that you acquired from this world has distorted your view of yourself. And you must return to a more accurate perception of who you are by understanding simple principles of thought and the emotions that thought generates, so that you can realign your consciousness back to its true state, which is love. And for those of you that are so familiar with believing, wrongly so, that there's something wrong with you, and that you have found others that can confer that, yes, there is something wrong with you, your struggle will end when you make that decision that there is nothing wrong with you, that you simply have a mind that needs to be restructured deliberately and intentionally by you. Your mind is not designed to be operated by somebody else. Your televisions and your entertainment, these things were not supposed to run your mind for you. And so many of you depend upon your technology and your things to define you. And you've forgotten how to define yourself. And so you are lost in confusion, because the nature of what you are is often very different than the nature of what you are being told to think of yourself as being. If you knew that you were a divine entity, and you truly understood and knew that, you would be hearing us very differently than some of you may be. But you are love, and there is nothing wrong with you. Remember that. Question from Jody. Is there a message today from my good friend Lisa? She's ready to hearing what is best being offered for her. Wow. She needs to hydrate more for starters. I'm picking that up from her field right now. She needs to start hydrating more. She needs more hydration And I don't know who this male figure is in her life right now, but she needs to step back from that. She needs to step back from that and yeah, pull herself out of that so she can regroup her mind to re-identify who she is. Yes. So many of you find yourself trying to get the other person in the relationship to give you a better version of yourself than you can give yourself. It becomes very important for you to recognize you must learn to give a version of yourself that is appropriate for you, and not simply to accept the version of yourself that others would define you as being. You have a version of yourself that is beautiful and exquisite. And you need to remember that. You get to define the most beautiful and exquisite version of yourself that you can. Do this. Do this. Wow. I don't know who this guy is, but it's just something to step back from. That's what they're telling me. It's just something for her to step back from, to reevaluate who she wants to think she is. You're not who you think you are what you think. And most of what you think, excuse me, most of what you think isn't even your own choosing. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Telling me to stop there now. So it's very important. You're not who you think you are. You are what you think. And most of what you think you didn't even choose. So you want to really start evaluating the thoughts in your mind. You really want to start doing that. Thank you, Jody. And thank you, Lisa. Many blessings to you. Vertical Connections asking, it's funny you're asking this question. Can you give me an effective eye meditation help regain my eyesight due to computer strain? It's funny, there's this incredible guy on social media. His name is Dr. Andrew Huberman. I think he works out of a university. And he has a very fascinating exercise for restoring strained eyesight. It's very simple. And I'll repeat it here, and I'll see about putting a link in the video below because I'm live, so I have to do this after the fact. And he said, quite simply, you look off into the distance as far as you can to no specific place, and don't choose to look anywhere. Just look in the distance. And don't let your eyes focus on anything, but let them look in the distance. Once your eyes are looking in the distance, then just allow your peripheral vision, allow yourself to try and see the side view without turning your eyes. Keep your eyes looking forward and allow your awareness to perceive the peripheral range of your vision. Just let your eyes, and what that does is it causes your eyes to relax and allows all the muscles to relax. So now you're looking in the distance, but you're not looking at anything. And you're allowing your peripheral vision to open up. So you're allowing yourself to just let all the muscles relax and letting the eyes just relax and take it all in without you focusing on anything. So don't try to focus on anything specific. Again, you can look up Dr. Andrew Huberman on correcting eyesight. It's a beautiful, beautiful simple thing. What ancestors trauma cycle have I broken? I am celebrated in the 5D. Yes, Lisa, if you want a reading, by the way, you can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. I'm just trying to get that question. Yeah, we are at a very powerful time. So in the next couple of days, we've got a couple of days off from this energy uptick that's happened, and it's gonna commence again on Sunday, which is gonna make the patrons event very exciting on Sunday for my patrons with Master Jesus on Sunday. Very exciting. So I hope you'll enjoy that. We're gonna have extra energy. So come on in, join up, sign up if you want to come be a participant in that. Go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. Yeah, I'm trying to find that question again. What ancestors' trauma cycle have I broken? Am I celebrated in 5D? Everybody's celebrated in what? Fear. They're telling me fear. Again, I feel a strong native energy emerging here for you, and it's the cycle of fear. The cycle of fear is being broken. The cycle of fear is being broken. And that's really, yeah, that's really cool. This is going to loan itself to many things changing for you, breaking this cycle of fear. I'm very excited for you. Like, really, breaking that cycle is very, very powerful. It's funny, different, very different fear. I like that. Oh, you're welcome, Jody. Monica's asking, I think I had a vision this morning as soon as I woke up. I would like to ask my guides, what do I have to do with it? They're saying she doesn't have to do anything with it, but she has to remember the sensation, the feeling of it. Tell her not to get caught up in the details of what she remembers, but be intimately connected to the sensation that this vision gave her. It is the energy of the vision that precipitates its unfoldment. But do not let her mind get preoccupied with evaluating the memory of the inspiration. Allow her to connect to the sensation, the feeling of this. Stay connected to that. Stay very connected to that. Wow. Thank you, Monica. That's really cool. Is Jared my soulmate? I got an immediate, my first thing was an immediate no to that. But that doesn't mean, I'm being told that that does not mean that you cannot be together for a period. But yes, no. Yeah. The one that you're yearning for is coming. The one that you're yearning for is coming. Is coming. Delight in what is offered. Delight in what is offered, and it will change. Yeah, and where I'm hearing that is that enjoy what you have, because it's going to change. Everything is changing. That's the only thing we're going to get here is constant, persistent change. Thank you so much. Hi, somebody. You want a message from your Saniathia? I think that's the pronunciation of your name. If I mispronounced your name, Santhia Shri. Dad, please. I'm getting an image of a little child upon a knee, looking up at her father lovingly. The adoration that he has is profound. He has great adoration, profound adoration for you. Do not miss me. I am here. I am here with you. He wants to put his hands to your face. If you could just let yourself close your eyes and just feel his hands upon your face. And it will be felt more like a cooling, he's telling me it will be felt like a cooling sensation that becomes warm. It will be felt like a cooling sensation that becomes warm. Allow his energy to interact with you right now. And allow yourself to feel the energy. Because once you feel the energy, then you will know the truth. But great adoration, great adoration for you. Wow. Thank you so much for that. I could really feel that love. Message from Kim. Did she come that day? The answer was yes. You knew that. You already knew that. You already knew that she came. Someone's asking, will the book I wrote do well and help others? You need to go over the book. I'm being told to tell you this. You need to go over the book again without the fear of it being good or not. You need to go over the book again without the fear of it being good enough. Go over it till you feel, yes, go over it without the fear. It's going to let you see the things that need to change for it to become the book you envisioned it becoming. But go over the book, not in fear. Yes, go over the book without the fear. Go over it again without the fear. The function of love is very different than the creative effects of fear. Very important for you to go over the book. Lovingly go through the book without your fear. The corrections that you can make will be simple. Yes. So you're like really getting that vibration of love. Like, whoever this is, they really want you getting that vibration of love and go over the book from that vibration, not from the fear, not from the, is it going to be okay? Don't have any of that energy. Go over it with love and make corrections from love, not from fear, right? You've been working on this for quite some time. And I get that it will be a really great work when it's completed in the right energy. Wow, thank you so much. Hi, from Iceland. Well, hello, Iceland. Please, looking for a message from my daughter. Please, please. Thank you so much. Again, just give me a moment. First, I want to say thank you for sharing this energy with us and asking her to come forward like this. Yes. She's she's telling me that you missed the walks. You missed the walks. She says she wants you to not miss the walks. She's with you on the walks. Like she's with you on the walks. And something about there's this little tiny, like this tiny statue. There's this little tiny statue. It's really small. It's like a penguin or something, like a little penguin or some tiny little statue. It's really small, about 5 inches tall. I'm not getting it clearly, but it's like I'm getting like a penguin or a dragon, something along those lines. But it's small. It's small. You want to have that with you. She's saying something about taking it to the sea. Taking it to the sea. I don't know what she means by that, but she's saying take it to the sea. Whatever that means, please let us know what that means. Take it to the sea. But yeah, your daughter's moving into another creation. You have to understand she's moving to another incarnation. Very excited. Her energy is very excited about coming back. Yes. Kiss on the head, kiss on the cheeks. She's telling me kiss on the head, kiss on the cheeks. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Any message from my kids? Was he murdered last Friday?
Read it again.
Any message from my kids? Dad, was he murdered last Friday? Wow. Thank you. I'm not getting anything that because I've had this question before and yeah, it's very different. No, this is not. He's in a difficult situation, but no, he's not been dispatched with as you're concerned about. I'm just checking, see if I'm overlooking anything. Yeah, he's in hiding right now, but he has not been murdered. He's in hiding right now. That's a possibility. His higher self is saying it is a possibility, but he has to make corrections. There's some things that there's things that he's going to have a very difficult time undoing, and that's why he's in hiding right now. And I can't tell you where. In fact, I won't tell you where he is. Hang on. Haunting Ginny, I was the girl. Haunting Glennie, I was the girl hit by the 18-wheeler. Hi, Haunting Glennie. I'm so glad to hear from you. We had a really wonderful live event on that Sunday. I want to thank you so much for sharing your incredible story. Please let us know how you're doing. I'm not certain if see if I did you ask a question? Just so you know, good to have you here. So this beautiful soul told her story at one of our live events. On TikTok about 2 weeks ago, and it was such a moving story, and there was a healing done. And please let us know how you're doing with the healing and the things they gave you to do to keep that healing. Would you share that with us? Would you be so kind as to share that with us on TikTok, and maybe leave a comment on my YouTube channel under this video about your experience? That was really amazing. It was really amazing what you went through. Why are Ian's vibrations? What are Ian's vibrations? Does he want to tell us anything? It's funny. Yeah, that happens quite a bit. Look on the bright side. Look on the bright side of this. When you're he understands your thoughts, not your words. He understands your thoughts, not your words. There's a bit of a blockage there too. Yeah. Do not be afraid of this. Do not be afraid of this. Allow this to unfold. Allow this to unfold. So I'm getting an S word, something about Shanae, but something about a person that he wants them. Shanae, something like this. He wants them to know it's okay. It's all okay. It's like all okay. There's like this light. I'm seeing this like this really bright white light all around him, and it's like he's on this part of his journey. But tell this woman with the S name, Shanae, it's all okay. It's literally all okay. Wow. Thank you so much. I went for blood work and it was optimal. Well, that's wonderful. That's good news. Again, I hope you're still practicing that. That was such an honor and a privilege to let them give you the process that they took you on that evening. And I'm so happy for you. I really, really am happy for you. Let's see what we got here. Is that a super chat? Oh, somebody's asking here. I got 2 super chats here. One from Susie. Good morning, William. Can you tell me what my purpose in life is? Susie, that is such a powerful question. And the confusion that you're experiencing is not a fault of your own. Okay, they're telling me to tell you she needs to get past her fear. Yeah. So there's some things that you've been wanting to get engaged in and involved in, and you've been fearful. You need to get past your fear. The purpose will be on the other side of your fear, on the other side of your fear. And there's a tapping. Have you ever heard of EFT? I think that's what I'm being told. If you've ever heard of EFT, it's a form of tapping. This would be really beneficial for you to bring yourself closer to your purpose. But it's tapping. Somebody's telling me around the heart, especially, that you need to tap around your heart. You need to tap around your heart. And feel that something's going to be released from this. But tapping, again, they're very, whoever this is, they're very insistent about tapping being very important. Tapping. Any messages from my son, please? I don't know why I'm getting this. Watch me in the sunset. I'm just giving you what he's saying. He's saying, watch me in the sunsets. My favorite place. Watch me in the sunsets. My favorite place. You'll know this. I love you very, very much. Wow. I think you're going to have a pretty remarkable experience when you watch your next sunset. Like when you watch your next sunset, like he's he's saying those words, "Watch me in the sunsets," and like he really, really holds a deep, deep love for you. But you just keep saying that over and over again. Watch me in the sunsets. You know this. You know what this means. Watch me in the sunsets. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Got a super chat from Bogumila. Question: lately, I have a big problem with my upper teeth, and why is the dentist that will be? Hang on. Lately, I have a big problem with my upper teeth, and why is the dentist that will fix it is good for the job? Yeah. You've got something going on with your teeth at night. You're grinding your teeth at night repeatedly. Something going on. You got some past life stuff that you have to clear out, Bogumila. You got this like this anger that's coming through that's got to be released. Like you really need to get to the place where you can liberate that anger that's come forward from a past life. And before you go to sleep at night, I'm being told to tell you before you go to sleep at night, that you want to bless your head. You want to bless here. They're saying in here you want to give a blessing. How can she give a blessing there? Tell her to speak these words. I am here to restore love. I am here to restore love. I am here to restore love. And that has to be in here as you're going to sleep at night. I am here to restore love. As to the dentist that you're looking at, I'm being told to tell you he is sufficient, but not the best. But he is sufficient. But this will, yes, do this first. Yes, use that statement that gave you Bogumila, right? I'm here to restore love. It needs to be placed in this part. When you think or speak those words, I am here to restore love. You need to really allow the vibration of that energy to go into this place as you're lying down to go to sleep at night. I am here to restore love. And let that be like what you think as you go to sleep into this space. I am here to restore love. They're telling me that you need to give space between each usage of the mantra. I am here to restore love. And to simply feel how the energy shifts, because this energy you've carried forward, this anger you've carried forward, will be altered by this function of your consciousness to restore love. And then every few moments, when you experience the energy, repeat that thought again. I am here to restore love. Into this area, saying, so you're lying on your bed and you're letting that thought go into here. I am here to restore love. You'll find the grinding will begin to cease fairly quickly, and that ongoing pain will begin to diminish. Right? Remember, pain is our body's only way of communicating to us. Your body can only communicate through pain or pleasure, fight or flight. That's its only communication system to tell you when something is needed. Right? I wish you well. Sending you much prayers. And I'm asking Archangel Raphael to go to you and help you with that. Wow, somebody's saying my dad passed away. My dad passed away 11 days ago. Any message from, first of all, Hummingbird, many blessings. And there's a beautiful energy, like this sparkling white energy coming down into me right now. I can feel it. I am of the light. I am of the light. I am of the light. And he's really excited. I'm of the light. I'm of the light. I'm of the light. He's very excited. He wants you to hear these words. I am of the light. I am of the light. I'm of the light. Please hear those words. Feel those words. He wants you to feel Yes, feel this. I am of the light. I am of the light. I'm of the light. This is a revelation for him. This is a big revelation for him. And he's taking this opportunity to share it with you right now. I am of the light. I am of the light. I am of the light. Wow. Thank you so much. What a beautiful soul. What a beautiful soul. To have that knowledge now, to have that awareness that he's of the light. And that he's it's literally like sparkling light pouring down through me right now. It's just beautiful. And if you've ever seen a child that's really excited, that's how he is right now, really excited about this. Because you can't get tired of being happy, right? You can't. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hummingbird. I really appreciate that question. Where are we here now? Gotta take a check on. We're doing good, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna check over here. We'll get to a few more questions. Yes. Forever 23, my son, please. Any messages? Yes. He wants me to tell you, please be at peace. Be at peace. You often feel him close to you at night, which is why you've been waking up in the middle of the night. He says he wakes you up in the middle of the night. That happens. That's him. If you can pause when you wake up in the middle of the night and just know that he visits you quite regularly, like let yourself experience that energy. You know, we don't wake up for nothing. But yeah, he says he does it 2 or 3 times a night. So you know that yes. He says, once you know that I am safe, once you know that I am free, once you know I am happy, then we will both be at peace again. He's really doing this because he wants you to come to a place of peace within yourself. You need to get out and enjoy things more. There's so much more in your life that can happen. There's so much more in your life that can happen now. Yeah, but he's going to keep coming until you come to that place of peace. Thank you. Let's see here. Wow. Marie's asking on YouTube, any message from my mother and my best friend who have passed? Thank you for that super chat, Maria. Yes. Do you get these funny feelings that do you find yourself looking around like this? Last couple of days, you've been finding yourself looking around like this. They knew you were going to ask this question. They knew you were going to ask this question. I'm very excited. I don't know why the word gymnasium, something about the gymnasium. You're saying something about the gymnasium? This is coming from your friend, but they're together, like they're not separate energetically. Yeah, so much more space. So much more. The gym. This is mean if you're not going out, you need to go out to the gym, Maria. You want to start taking care of your body, getting out, working out, getting active physically. Get back into your health. There's something for you to do here. There's something very important that you must do. What is this? Something you have to take with your hand. Something about your hand. Something about the hand. I don't know what this is, but the hand. Take the hand. Take the hand. If you can, just let yourself relax and feel. Your mother wants to take your hand, like right now. Just let yourself allow the energy of your mother to interact with you. Feel her take your hand. Just in whatever way you can allow that. Just let yourself feel her take your hand. Yes. Like really close holding blessing. Joy. The joy. Remember the joy. Yes. Like they really want you to continue your journey. It's yeah. It's funny that they're together. Like they're very, your mom and your best friend have been really close energetically. Yes. There's yes, you have to go out, be fearless. You have to be fearless. Be fearless in inviting good people in your life now. Let the footprint of their absence be filled with love. That's what I'm being told to say to you. Let the footprint of their absence be filled with love. Let people come into your life now. They're open up to that now. You have nothing to fear. And yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate that. Beautiful question. Oh, you're very welcome, Bogumala. Oh. I would love to. So many questions, guys. You guys are awesome. Laces. Hi, Laces. I'm trying to, your questions going so fast, guys. We'll have to catch them as we can. Anything coming through for me in trying to reach a loved one? Right now, Laces, stop what you're doing, sit down, relax, lean back, take a slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, allow your body to relax. Right now, just completely allow your body to relax. Release any effort. Release the effort. Let the body relax. I know it's a little anxiousness, but just breathe and relax. Let the anxiousness diminish, because breathe and relax. Let the body relax. Yes. Breathe. And just think or speak these words. You can do both. You can think these words and speak these words. I'm open and receptive to knowing this love. That's what they're telling me for you to think now. I'm open and receptive to knowing this love. Let yourself feel the vibration that occurs as you speak and think those words. I'm open and receptive to experiencing this love. Open and receptive to experiencing this love. And if the body gets tense or you feel anything, just take a slow, deep breath and let the body relax so that you can fully receive the love that you're seeking to be receiving. Because you've been asking for this for a while. You've been trying to get this. This is not a trying thing. It is an allowing thing. So breathe. I'm open and receptive to receiving this love. Let yourself be connected to that. Being open and receptive to connecting to this love. Wow. Someone's saying, I'm needing, thank you so much for that, by the way, Laces, I really appreciate it. Kutana Taylor is asking, I'm needing help with finding a job. I prayed to my spirit guides and my dad died on March 6th and nothing happens. I get the interview, but no job. Any guidance from them on this? Kutana, first of all, I want to say much love to you and many blessings to your father as well. Yeah, you're trying very hard too. Yeah. Here, I'm going to say it the way I'm hearing it. You girl, you got to calm down. You just got to calm down now. Calm down. Calm down. And relax. And get yourself relaxed. Just get yourself relaxed and calm. That's it. And don't be worrying about the job so much. Worry more about being happy. You shouldn't be worrying about anything. But being happy is most important. Being happy is most important here now. You must understand being happy. And be happy when you go to those interviews. And be happy when you leave them. Yeah. There's something about a smile. You're going to be encountering a woman. You're going to be meeting a woman that looks very similar to you. One of your job interviews upcoming in about a week's time. There's a woman you're going to be meeting, and she looks a bit like you, hair, eyes, and you're going to see her, and you two are going to connect like that. It's just going to happen. You don't have to try, but it'll be that, like a week and a half. This interview is going to happen. And when that does, please leave a message, send us a message, write a comment in the comment section about what happened, because we're very excited for you. Yes, yes. Your dad's kind of giving me a sigh of relief, like, yes, 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 yes. So yeah, don't worry about that. It's all going to happen. It's in divine order now. Your dad's a great guy, by the way. Very funny. Lots of questions. My brother-in-law passed away this last Sunday. Is he okay? First of all, I want to communicate the love that's literally just coming right at you. Yes, 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 and yes. There's so much. I know. Just slow down. They get really excited sometimes when they got so much to give. The energy and trying to translate the intensity of their energy into words can be a bit challenging. But yes, I'm okay. I'm better than okay. I'm better than okay. Smooth sailing here. It's going to be smooth sailing now. Smooth sailing. Yes, the winds are blowing the right way for me. Was he a sailor? Was he involved in sailing and boating in some way? But that's really, really good. Yes, very excited. Yes. He says you need to take up another hobby. Take up another hobby that you enjoy. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. Tell her I'm okay. Yes. Tell her I'm okay. He says, tell her I'm okay. Tell her I'm okay. He wants to make certain that you really, like, you do that. Tell her I'm okay. I don't know which her is this. Okay. Yes. So tell her I'm okay. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. Stefani is asking, will I be moving into this new home successfully with my friend? Stephanie, you want to make certain you've got your energy right around this. Are you excited? Is your friend excited? Very important, the energy. The question needs to be restructured into a statement. Restructure your question into a statement. Your friend and you are going to do very well in this new place. Feel the difference in the energy. Remember, we are all creators. Our thoughts create electrical charges that are called emotions. So the nature of a thought determines the function of an energy, which is an emotion. So if you have an emotional thought that says, I'm no good, that's an energy you just created. A thought like there's nothing wrong with me, there's a different energy created. So observe the thought process. It's going to go really, really well. It can be very exciting. Yeah. It's almost like you guys, this is a new adventure for you guys. I know that, right? It's a new adventure for you guys. Get excited about it. Stay in the energy of excitement. Watch the thought process. Everybody needs to learn to do this because you're not taught in school that when you think a certain thought, it creates a certain energy. They don't teach children that. They don't teach you that in university even. They don't even teach you in university that thoughts create energy. Where do you hear them teaching that? So be very mindful. The first step to awakening, this Ascension movement that's underway, the first step to awakening is realizing that you are not your thoughts. You are a creator of thoughts. You are not your body. You are using a body in the process of learning the function of creation in this physical dimension. So important if you can learn that every thought creates an energy. And it's easy to demonstrate right now. Just think the thought, I'm loving and lovable. Just think that thought in your mind. Wherever you are, just think that thought, I am loving and lovable. And feel how that thought is experienced. Be aware of how you experience that thought. I'm loving and lovable. Feel the energy of it. And then go to another thought like, I can't do anything right, and feel the energy of that thought. Thought creates energy. Energy affects your body. Energy causes behavior. Emotion organizes the behaviors. So if you can feel the difference between those two thoughts, then you are sensitive enough to start evaluating your mind and the thoughts that have been put in there. Remember, most of the thoughts in your mind aren't even yours. They were given to you by television and radio and schools and teachers. And at some point in your process to end your suffering, you must assume authority over your own thinking and thought process, or the world will continue to do it for you. And you did not come here to suffer. You came here to create. And guys, you're so beautiful, all of you. Like, you are beautiful creator beings. You really are. You really, really are. Question from Nancy. Is there something I can do for my toes numb sometimes? Your toes going numb sometimes? It depends, Nancy. From a practical, I'm not a neurologist, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you this part, the brain is cross-wired. So depending on what side of your body the toes are numb on, if it's the toes on the left side, then that's connected to something in memory. If it's on the right side, it's connected to something in your thought process, in your conscious thought process. That is, if it's a right foot that's having numb toes periodically, then there's some thought processes that are stimulating and generating that. If it's on the right side, it tends to be memory elements that are unconsciously affecting that. But yeah. Yes. Okay. So I'm also being told to tell you that when your toes are numb, go into the numbness. Go into the numbness and just communicate to the numbness. Communicate to that numb feeling. I'm with you. I will not ignore you. Those two phrases. I'm with you. I will not ignore you. And then wiggle the toes. That's it. I'm with you. I will not ignore you. And then wiggle the toes. Thought organizes matter. I love it. Thank you, Nancy. Great question. Oh, you guys are great. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Donna. Hi, guys. Yes, that was already addressed. Lindsay's asking, is Corey the person? I got a strong yes before I've even read that. I just get this big woohoo. Yes. 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 Very strong yes. Very exciting. Wow. It's a boy. It's going to be a boy. Yeah, I got time enough for 2 more questions on TikTok, and then we'll call it a day. Any message from my mom? Is it her sending the thought messages and her perfume and the knowing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, glory be. Yes, it is. You get it. You finally get that from her. That's what she's saying to me. Glory be. She's finally getting that. Yes. Why do you doubt, child? Why do you doubt? Do not doubt. You know this, right? Wow. Blessings. That's funny that you mentioned perfume, because when I had my first experience in mediumship, funny, I got a ball cap popping on my head. I don't know how that's happening, but it did. That's fascinating. Oh, wow. Anyway, my first experience was perfume. When my wife's mother, who had passed away a week before, suddenly the car filled with this perfume smell, and she started speaking to me, and that's when this journey really took off. So that's really great that you would know that. And they can get you through perfumes, through senses, through all kinds of different ways. They'll try and communicate to you so that you know that they still exist in consciousness. How do I tell if my medium is really connected with my loved one and not just psychically reading me? That's a great question. That's a great question. Psychically, yes. Let's do a little breakdown here. First of all, every single part of all of creation is interconnected. It's called a quantum field or quantum entanglement. according to conventional physics. And I'm not a physicist. I'm not a scientist. I'm a grade 10 student that got kicked out of high school, and so I'm not extremely educated. But I will tell you this, that there are those that can read you physically when you're in front of them, and there's those that can tap into energy. And there are different types of mediums. But in your case, in your case, I'm getting that there is a level of authenticity that the medium that you're working with has cultivated through their practice. But they are still growing. They are still evolving. Yes. Yes. You still, I'm being told to tell you, you still need to weigh and measure, because you can change energy, right? So somebody can give you information they receive from another dimension of consciousness, and you can receive that information, and then you can have thoughts, ideas, and beliefs in your mind that change how that information influences or affects you. We are creators by nature. And I want to talk a bit about that. You've asked that question. I want to talk a little bit about mediumship. Becoming a medium is a natural phenomenon. We were all born with clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, internal senses, as we were born with 5 physical senses of sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. These non-physical senses did not get properly developed for most people because most of us were distracted by the environment, so that we were caught up in sights and sounds and touches and smells and tastes, that these inner faculties of clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clear sentience, clear feeling, clear cognizance, clear knowing, right? These faculties were not developed or trained for most people, and yet everybody's got them. When you start practicing mediumship, you are activating those senses, and there's a process of learning, like learning how to walk or how to talk or how to read or how to put clothes on or how to pay your bills. You have to learn those things. And mediumship is no different. There's a systematic process of learning how to become a medium, to open up your non-physical faculties. They can be opened. Great research and work has gone into it by many governments around the world, where you got groups that have done literally parts of military branches that study psychic phenomena and how to use it. But they don't offer that to the general public. But let us say this to you, that you can learn fundamentally just from coming into our 101 Masterclass, which begins June the 24th. We have a very systematic process that's taught by the Ascended Masters, that they literally teach us how to open those internal faculties up, because the world is not doing it. Conventional education wants to keep you entrained in what it keeps you entrained in. And inside you is this incredible divinity that can be liberated through opening up these other dormant senses that you have that are not based in your physical body, but in your consciousness. So please consider going up and joining up for our 101 Masterclass called Awakening. And that starts June the 24th and runs through till July the 19th. So please consider joining us for that. But that's a beautiful question. Will I find a mentor to develop my mediumship? Absolutely. Come join us. I'm honored and privileged that I get to allow the wisdom and knowledge of the Ascended Masters and other multidimensional beings to come through me. And they have given us the information and materials on how to instruct people on how to awaken their spiritual senses and to begin to reclaim the freedom of their consciousness and their creation. And I'm honored and privileged to let this information flow through me. Come join us for our masterclass. It's called 101. It's Awakening. You go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up for that and learn how to open those faculties up. You can connect to Jesus and Buddha. These beings come through, and we are vehicles for that. Anyway, I want to invite you to come out and join us for that. Go check it out on my website. Because yes, you've got mentors around you. You've got guides around you right now. If you can just learn to tune your awareness from the 5 sensory world and go inward and feel the communication system that you have internal to you. Like literally, it's there. It's really there. Thank you so much for that. Look at all the beautiful hearts. Melissa, your parents Your parents are both in different incarnations. Your parents have long been, for the father, about 13 years, he came into this world. He's in this world now. And your mother, about 8 years ago, she came back into this physical world. If I tap into their higher self, there's no conscious recall of you in their new incarnations. But their higher selves have great awareness, love, and cherish that aspect of the communion. That's the way they're presenting it to me. That aspect of the communion where you were with them in time and space. And one of the things I keep being told is you come into a physical body to experience learning to become a creator, how to create and manifest things and create. That's what you came here to do. Very exciting. All of us, we came here to create. Okay, guys, I think we're good for today. So many questions. I want to say thank you to everybody on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Your questions are just amazing. And I apologize for not being able to get to all of them today. Hello, Blake. Hello there. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Join us for the meditation segment of our weekly show tomorrow. So we'll do a short meditation and there'll be a discussion. And I'm looking forward to who's going to come through then. It should be very, very intriguing. This is strictly a Friday Q&A, and this is the system we use. On Monday and Wednesday, we bring a channeled message from the Ascended Masters and other beings that want to deliver a message to us. On Friday, we do the open Q&A, where I tap into the beings that you're able to ask questions of and bring through what I'm able to receive at this time. And tomorrow we do the meditation portion, where we have a little minor instruction on meditation, what it is, how it functions, go through the process so you get familiar with it. And I'll look forward to seeing you there. Oh, I'm being told to answer this question. Can you do a reading for me, please? I have schizophrenia and want to know if I'm a psychic medium. The answer is yes, you are. Many people, and I want to thank you so much, and I want to thank my beautiful, loving partner for bringing that question to me. It's really important. People that are dealing with these labels, okay? There are many very psychic people. I mean, everybody is, but some people are more so, that get inundated with the confusion of the world and the information and experiences that are imposed upon us from the environment. But for you specifically, the function of meditation will be very, very valuable for you. Yes, it's important you raise your vibration up. That is, people that are in the lower vibrational spectrum, if you're caught up in anger or fear or self-judgment, or you're into alcoholism or drug addiction, you got something not eating properly, that's not going to help you in a positive way, especially if you're dealing with whether it's MPD or schizophrenia. And again, I'm not a medical professional, but I've had many of my own experiences in regard to that type of confusion. And you need to raise your vibration up. Take time to start drinking good water, eating good food, getting out in the sunshine, exercising. Learn to quiet your mind. Yes, you've got all these dimensions of information that are being presented to you at the same time. And it can be very, very difficult to manage them unless you have a system in place where you can actually train your mind and train your body to be the instruments that they were designed to be. And it's true for every single soul on this planet. Your mind and your body are not who you are. They are instruments that you use in the process of learning creation. And yes, you're very psychic indeed, which can be really amazing and incredible and beautiful experience. But if you're in a lower vibrational energy spectrum of fear and anger, guilt and shame, it can be very frightening and scary. And I totally understand that because I've been there, done that, right? You want to raise your vibration up, beautiful soul. You really want to raise your vibration up by drinking good water, exercising, sunshine. You want to raise your vibration up before you start exploring the psychic realm, especially if you're struggling with mental well-being. If you're struggling with mental well-being, then you really need to learn how to train your mind and body to be still, to be quiet, to be like a servant to you rather than your master. Your thoughts are not who you are. Most of the thoughts in your mind were given to you by the world. They're not even yours. but you have the authority and the ability to learn how to release certain thoughts from your mind. And in doing so, you'll release certain emotions from your body, because emotions in your body require certain thoughts to live in your mind. And once you can remove certain thoughts from your mind or change certain thoughts in your mind, you'll change the energy in your body. That includes memory. And I'm speaking from pure experience. I went through 7 years of hell under the hands of an abusive step-parent. And I lived in hell for many years after that, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. And when it came to the place where I began to realize I could choose my thinking processes, that I wasn't my thoughts, I wasn't the feelings that I was feeling. Once that process of deliberate change happened, my suffering began to end. I began to deliberately, consciously move myself away from suffering back towards love. And it was a long journey. And, when my guides and angels started speaking to me, it's made it so much easier when you're not alone, when you realize you are not alone at all. There are guides, there are angels, there are multidimensional beings that will work with and through all of us on both a higher vibrational plane and on a lower vibrational plane. There are demons, there are dark energies that can get connected to you if you're in a lower vibrational state. And we are all about, first and foremost, raising your vibration, raising your consciousness up from fear to love. That's what they tell me they work through me for that one purpose, is to help shift human collective unconsciousness from fear to love, so that we can create a whole different dimensional experience here just by shifting our energy collectively. I want to wish you all much love today, and thank you all for the incredible questions, your time. I apologize that we weren't able to get to them. If you've got a priority question, you can go to my Linktree, link through my bio on TikTok. I think about my Linktree link on my bio underneath the description box in any of my videos. You can go to my Linktree and you can ask an individual question if you want there. Again, I want to send you all much love and much blessings. I want to thank and give gratitude and appreciation for all of you for asking the questions that you've asked. I want to give gratitude and appreciation to all the beings that came through and communicated to those of us that are here in this physical dimension from the place of consciousness where they are. I also want to say thank you to my guardian angel John and the others that come through me on a regular basis. And thank you so much. And to my moderators, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. Much love, everybody. Bye for now, and have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day.